Girl, this. Let's look at this right here. Be badass. She is saying that it's not the male loneliness epidemic, it is a skills gap. Look at this shit. When people use the phrase male loneliness epidemic, it feels totally wrong, right? Yes, because it's passive. It implies that it's this thing that's happening to men without them having any involvement whatsoever. But instead, it should be called the skills gap. They're the victims of patriarchy. They haven't been taught these emotional skills. They don't know how to deepen intimacy and actually create community. And men are lonely because of this skills gap. And they usually try and get all of those emotional needs met by their partner. And so as more and more women are choosing to stay single or raise their standards, men are realizing they have no emotional support. And then these fuckers right here come in and say, maybe it's these kind of pronoun and immigrants, which is again, this genius bit of marketing, right? It's not your fault. You don't have to change. So whereas women who have these skills about being able to connect and create connection and intimacy might use innovation, creativity, critical thinking skills to address their feelings of loneliness, right? I'll start a community for women in my city and, have cute pink logos and we'll meet up and we can read books and stuff. Men don't have those skills. And so it goes to something like, oh, I'll just become right wing. And here's where I do have some compassion because I think it literally is a skills gap, right? Susie Orbach is saying little boys are taught to accept emotional support without learning how to give this kind of nurturing and loving in return. All that internalized homophobia and misogyny programming makes it really hard to bridge the skills gap. And obviously it's not women's job to do this for them or to partner with them and suddenly provide all of these emotional needs and provide all these networks of kinship that women create. But the point is not having these skills makes these guys really vulnerable and susceptible to these parasitic psychopaths. And my 2 cents for men, or anyone trying to help men, address this skills gap, or we're not getting anywhere.